Cody, did you ever watch Little Mermaid?
I did.
Do you remember the song Under the Sea?
I do.
The little lobster crab guy sings it?
Sebastian?
Sebastian?
Yep.
You remember the movie better than I do.
Sure do.
I've always liked that song
Okay.
because it kind of romanticizes what being under the sea is like.
Okay.
You know, where, you know, in reality...
So Bob's space obsession is your water obsession?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He prefers up above. I prefer down below.
Okay.
That can be taken multiple ways. But this is Subnautica. This is an early access game on Steam.
Okay.
Y'all can pick it up. I don't remember for how much. Is that something you can look into?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, cool. It's development builds 15170, because, you know, those numbers mean stuff to us.
Came out March 15th?
Yes. It was last updated on the 15th. The newest update was has the addition of seabases. And I'm going to show all the stuff off.
And then also, potentially, it's going to have an update again on the 2nd of April, I think we read?
Yeah, very soon. It's supposedly going to add a lot to the seabases and other stuff. So there isn't much of a story yet. The main thing is you're on this ship plummeting towards a planet,
Okay.
and it crashes, and you jettison an escape pod, and you start an escape pod. And it is a water-covered planet, as far as I've been able to tell. It is a planet completely covered in water.
Okay.
And you have to kind of survive and explore. It's all about exploration. Okay, so it looks like it's $20 for the early access. Yeah, I don't know. I've been really enjoying my time with it. I had a bit of a nasty crash the other day, and I lost a lot of progress. It's going to be really framey and shitty until it loads everything, so I'll just keep talking for now.
20 to base hull strength. Total now 30.
Yeah, that's a sea base thing. I'll explain that in a little bit. So are we there yet? Just about. It's just about loaded in all the surrounding chunks.
And it does this every time?
Yeah. Every time I load it up, it's really framey for about 30 seconds or so. See? Yep, and now we're good. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So let's head outside, and we're going to ignore the sea base stuff for now. We're going to head on up to the escape pod, because this is where you start.
Just the core gameplay first.
Yeah, this is where you start. So you can see I've got some meters on the left. I've got oxygen, which is going down. I've got health, food, and water. So you start in this escape pod, and you have a little fabricator, and you can use this to make stuff. So you got like different subsections of things you can make, and it's contextual as well. So if you have stuff in your inventory, like the food menu will be expanded with more options of stuff to do. There's a lot to get into. I actually should probably make a flashlight. That would be nice for going into caves and stuff. But a knife is pretty useful. It allows you to chop stuff up and get other materials that you'll need for more complicated things. A sea glide is just a way to move quickly in the water. Builder allows you to make submarines and stuff, which I'll show you that. I have that stuff done. Stasis rifle I have not made. I probably could make it. It might require some searching and stuff, which we don't really have time for today. But this, essentially, you can use it to freeze objects, and I think also creatures, if you're trying to catch them or kill them or whatnot. From what I've found is you can kill creatures with the knife, but they don't drop anything. You're better off catching the small fish for food, and there's one creature, sharp tooth, I think is what it's called. There's a special thing you have to do to get it to drop its teeth, or break its teeth on something, and you can use those as crafting. Constructor builds vehicles. I'm sorry, the builder is what we use to build underwater bases. Constructor is what makes the submarines and stuff. Terraformer you can use to level out terrain and all that kind of stuff for your bases. Yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of shit that goes into making cool stuff. Let me see. Yeah, so I made an extra tank, so I have an extra 30 seconds of oxygen. I've got fins, which increase my maximum swimming speed, so I move faster underwater.
Are those crafted?
Yes, and then I have a builder with me, and I'll show you the builder menu. Bring it up, right click, and you can make foundations and then build other sea-based stuff off of that. All of this stuff takes a long time to get. And you've got some storage stuff. Here's a fragment analyzer. You'll find, they don't have them fully textured yet, but you'll find pieces of like one of the submarines or the stasis rifle, and you can throw them in there, and it'll analyze it, and you'll learn the blueprint from that, from doing that. So why don't we head up on top? So there's our crashed ship. If we try to go over there, though, it's all radiation stuff, so we can't go over there yet. So that's potentially some endgame stuff they might be looking to add.
So how does one drink? How does one find fresh water?
Well, there are creatures called air sacs, I believe is what they're called.
Okay.
They are very visually distinct. You can see these don't actually exist.
Oh.
Those little schools, they're just there for like an aesthetic thing. I don't know what that thing's called, but when you get close to it, it poops out that stuff, and that stuff hurts you.
Okay. Can you kill that thing?
Yeah, I probably could. Oh yeah. These little purple balls, they shoot up little air bubbles.
Okay.
So if you're struggling for oxygen, need a refill, you can hang out above one of those.
And
I found that the ones, when your oxygen runs out, you pass out and you lose all the items that you may have gathered, and you start back up in the escape pod. Unless you're playing on hardcore, and then it's permadeath. But yeah, like, see, here's a crayfish, Gary fish rather. So if I catch him, it has this annoying auto-equip thing. So whenever I pick up something new, it equips it. Gary fish.
What do those do?
These I can cook. Oop, thanks for that. Oh shit, this is gonna hurt. By the way. Yep. I died and lost some stuff.
What happened?
Those things in there, they're like these little flower petal-y looking things. You'll see I have my equipment still, but I don't have those Gary fish I caught. They are these little, like little flower bud things. They open up and they shoot these fish that will chase you down and explode and hurt you. Here's an air sac. So they look like sacs of air. A bladderfish, sorry. You use them inside of crap, what is that called? Fabricator, and it makes drinkable water from them.
So I feel like we have to address it because you've shown it a couple times. Your ship is named SS Schlong?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, what do you want from me?
Okay.
What do you want from me, Cody? This is personal stuff here. We're getting into personal stuff.
We'll get back to that. Metal.
Now, yeah, titanium is a huge crafting thing, so you can get it from picking up the scrap metal and then breaking it down in a fabricator. So here's my sea base. This is what I've made thus far. Kind of made it on a downward sloping shelf. Yeah, the most recent update. Here's a power generator. It's got a couple power cells in it. There's like, I don't know if it's a bug or if it's intentional, but right now, everything regenerates its power completely upon restart of a game. So that's something. So if we go to Fabricator, yes. So you'll see, I think if I do two things, it takes it down 1%. Yeah, so total power is at 99%. So yeah, I have a couple filtered water, and then I can break that scrap metal down into some titanium. And then I think my titanium thing's actually full. Oh no, it's not, because I recently added to my thing. So let's climb down here. I've got a food locker of stuff. Let's eat that and eat that. There we go. So we're looking a little better. This is like miscellaneous good stuff. There's our constructor. Because if you break it out, it floats up on top of the water, and I don't want to lose it. So I broke it back down and then stored it. So here's these fragments I was talking about. You can analyze to get blueprints.
Oh, the constructor's a ship. Like a little...
Yeah, it's like a tiny little inflator pad that you stand on, and it has these little drones that construct stuff with the materials you bring to it. Do I have anything? I don't think I have anything in those. I have another fabricator down here. These are reinforcements for the hull, because the lower down, or the further down your sea base is, the more pressure is on it, and therefore it requires more hull strength. So if you don't have enough hull strength, actually there are like rips and tears in the hull, and your base will start filling with water until you repair them. There's a tool to repair it with.
So how customizable are these? Is this mainly all prefabricated, pieces that you put together?
Let's grab some titanium, and I will show you how that whole thing works. Okay. And we'll head out here. And we'll pull out our builder. Now, I was wanting to expand out in this direction. I'm unsure if I need another pad or not, but we'll try it.
Okay, so what'd you do just there?
So I right-clicked with it, and it brings up a menu of stuff you can make. So I need 2 titanium to make a T corridor. Oh, nice. I don't need to... Okay, that's actually super nice. So I left-click to place it, and then left-click and hold, and it starts using up the things. So you can have a blueprint for stuff.
Okay, and not
actually be able to create it yet.
So then from there you can add windows or hull and reinforcement?
Yeah, and see, like, here's another hatch.
You can add a hatch?
Yeah, you add a hatch there. It requires some quartz to make glass, and then glass to make the hatch. Here's another window. And windows and hatches and things, they decrease your total structure strength by like a couple per thing.
How do you know what your structure strength is?
Every time you load up the game, it tells you, and then also whenever you place something, it'll tell you -1 to whole strength. Okay. And then these reinforcements add a whole lot. A whole lot.
Oh, good.
Heyo. See, we'll add another reinforcement. Let's put it here, because this is by, like, the side of the mountain, so there's no point in putting a window there. So we'll do that. So +7, so total's now 36.
Is that high?
I have no idea. I have not encountered a situation in which I had a hole in my thing. A hole in my hole. But yeah.
Okay, so I mean, they're go back to that builder or whatever.
Sure.
So I mean, there's a good
variety of stuff.
Okay.
You need a foundation to start building anything
Okay.
Off of it, and then I guess what I just discovered is you can start branching off from those foundations, which is good to know. But you can place fabricators, fragment analyzers, lockers, windows, ladders, power generators.
Is adding height just as easy as just putting it on top
and then putting a ladder? Then you make a ladder and it connects the two. Okay. So you'll see. I place these on top of each other, and then I built a ladder here.
Oh, okay. And it builds that corridor?
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
So this big honkin' thing.
Schlong.
Yes, the SS Schlong. We're gonna hop in here. This took a while to gather the resources to make. It was
Cyclops.
Yeah, it's called the Cyclops. This actually stores the smaller submersible, the Sea Moth, and it charges it from the Cyclops' power supply. And you can even take the builder, and I can put lockers in this thing. So if I wanted to go like on an extended journey or a trek, I could like leave a beacon at my base, I could craft a beacon, leave it at my base, and bring the Cyclops along, and then use the tiny submersible, and use this as a portable base to store stuff and gather resources and all that.
Is that generating power right now?
No, there is a finite amount of power that's not actually generating any power. It's just kind of an aesthetic thing. But yeah, this thing handles like a tank, and it was a real pain in the ass getting it where it is, so I'm not going to move it, but we'll take the Sea Moth out and explore a little bit. Now, the nice thing about these little submersibles and stuff is they have their own little air supplies, so you can see that little... During that animation, my knife was kind of awkwardly placed. There's some buggy animation stuff going on still.
How much is there to do? Like, are you running out of things to do at this point?
Now that I've made everything, kind of. I mean, I could keep building my base.
Expanding it?
Yeah, and, you know, so there's like the constant... Yeah, it's generating new terrain, so it's a little framey. There we go. There's like the constant back and forth of going out for resources and then going out for food, and then going out for resources and then going out for food. Now this guy is aggressive. He will.
Can I hurt you in this?
He will. See, I have a health thing down. That's my Sea Moth's health. So if this thing hits it, it will hurt my Sea Moth. Oh. Excuse you.
But I guess it's taken you a while to get to the point where you are now.
Yeah, several hours.
So there is a decent...
Yeah, I mean, like, right now, there's a lot to do still.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just that
I've done most of it because I had a previous save, so I knew where to go to find stuff and all that. I've built most everything. But I mean, there's a lot, like, there are several different types of environments and little, like, mini biomes. You can see we're getting pretty low now. in one of the earlier versions of the game, I found a drop-off that went down into, I believe, infinity, and I went down to like 1,000 meters depth. So this is
How'd
kind
you
of
not drown?
this is new actually. I went in the sea moth.
Oh, okay.
This is actually I've not been over here yet.
So what would happen if this thing ran out of power?
I would be stranded, but
Would you be able to get this back?
well, I could restart the game and it would have power again. But like, you can craft power cells and bring them with you, so just in case you could recharge it. I do believe I've never had occasion to do that because the power does last for quite a while. But yeah, I mean, we're down pretty low. Oh, here's one of those magma blast points.
Whoa.
Yeah, these are pretty cool. These often have a lot of ore around them, like good ore. So we're actually gonna
Imagine that.
these little. I should probably be okay as long as I don't get directly in it. But let's see what's in here. It's basalt chunk. Okay, so there's gold. So we had a higher chance of probably have higher chance of getting nice stuff from these chunks. Yeah, there's gold again. Oh yeah, I don't like that at all. I'm gonna move back. Now the thing about the sea moth is it doesn't have its own beacon, which is kind of a bummer.
Is there any way you could put one in it or on it?
I don't think so. I could bring it. I could bring one with me.
Bro,
I could. Yeah, yeah. I'm going.
Bro.
4, 1. Oh!
Oh,
Ah! Suck on that, motherfucker. Ooh! Wow! This is. Yeah, they've done some biome edition stuff. This is cool. Huh?
disco ball.
Yeah, dude. Deep sea disco.
Fish go ball.
Man. Well, I mean, this seems like a good place to get some of those rare metals like gold and stuff.
So are those things hard to kill, and do they do a lot of damage?
You don't get hit by them very often because they're kind of slow and they actually don't have great aim.
Oh.
But yeah, it looks like we're just getting into a lot more like volcanic area. Let's see how she handles.
So where's
in
this
a
thing's
cave.
power located?
Down at the bottom, you have health and energy. By my quick select.
Oh, okay. There.
Yeah. Alright, well, we're at 74%, so we should probably start heading back. So the two beacons, one of them is the escape pod, and the other one is my Cyclops. So if you were to take the Cyclops out on an extended adventure, it has its own built-in beacon, which is nice. Oh, shit.
Did you get too close to the...
Yeah, I got... Here, I should go up to the surface so I know... I got too close to where the downed ship is. I'm gonna head up to the surface so I know where I am in relation to that. And... Ploosh! Okay, yeah, so we were getting a little close to that.
Is there any way to like upgrade the energy on this? So you can
I don't think
get
so.
out further?
I don't think so.
So what's your best bet if you want to go like way exploring?
Craft some power cells and
Take
have
this?
some storage lockers and have the Cyclops.
Okay.
Bring the Cyclops out, and then keep the Cyclops like up near the surface, kind of, so it doesn't get aggroed by stuff.
Is that the only vehicle besides Seamoth?
Yes, those are the only two vehicles right now. And then you have your little sea glider, which is like those things that you see, like the Navy SEALs using underwater, and the scuba things, those little, like, personal fan blade
Sure.
things. But I mean, that's most of what there is to do. I mean, it's a lot of gathering and searching for resources. This is another weird thing. You can kind of see all the windows and stuff of the sea base and the Cyclops before you actually get there. Oh man, I forgot what direction I was approaching from. So in order to dock this baby, it's contextual, so we just head up near it and then get close without bumping into it too bad.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I like
Whoa.
that. Except now... Oh, okay, we're good.
So it like launches you out of there.
That was scary. So now the Cyclops' power is at 92% because I had to fully charge the Seamoth. Yeah, that was scary. I was afraid I was going to get stuck. Another weird thing, because this counts as like an interior area or something weird with the windows, but I can see like my lockers and stuff through the walls. So that's a thing. It's a thing that I've noticed. Here's where you can rename your ship.
Oh, okay. I feel like I would play this merely for like exploring the different environments.
Yeah, I mean
It's
it's
cool.
I mean it's really pretty. Like
Yeah.
some of the areas you go to, like holy cow. Let's head over to one of the. We haven't seen the creeper vine area yet. It's just over here, if I remember
vine.
correctly. Yeah. We'll need to surface though first. I think it's just right over here. Yeah, here we go. It gets really pretty down, like further in. There's a lot of like grass and stuff. This is where the sharp-toothed dudes are. These things you can actually chop up. You can make air pipes and feed them around, so you can have like little air refill stations, which is nice. Yeah, there's one of the long-toothed guys. But yeah, like down here, especially at night, it's really pretty because some of these creeper vines have the lights, and it's all dynamic lighting, so it's super pretty. And it's just there's a ton of like little species of fish and stuff to eat, and it's getting frame ratey because it's generating stuff. Arg. Probably just get out of here.
Is that a PC issue or is that a game issue?
I think it's an engine issue. I think. Oh god.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, that's real bad. This might be a PC issue.
Okay.
I'm not sure. But that's, that's Subnautica right now.
Development build 15170.
Yeah.
I believe if it actually comes out, we should have another look within a couple weeks.
I'm about to lose oxygen here. Oh, come on now. Nailed it. I nailed it.
Jeez.
Hey, I'm good at this game. I promise. I promise.
But yeah, if this big update comes out like it's supposed to in early April, then we'll have another look at it.
Yeah.
After that, I don't know. $20 seems fair for what you can do in it right now. It's
Yeah,
cool.
I mean, they're consistently adding a lot of content to
Yeah,
it.
solid. Sure.
Yeah.
One of the few early access games that actually is updated.
Yeah. Those are some of the only options. I think it's a PC issue. I think my PC's freaking out a little bit. But yeah, that's that for Subnautica. So thank y'all for watching, and we will see you in the next journey.